Yeah, let's see. What are we going to start with this week? Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Let me apologize really quickly for sunglasses. It's really bright, it's the middle of the day. Jonathan has a weird work shift today, so we are filming early in the day and I have really light sensitive eyes. So sorry about the sunglasses. I'm Lynn.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we are
Create and Capture Life.
Oh, I didn't even say it. I didn't even think about it.
Well, so let's talk about what happened last week. For those of you guys, and I know a lot of you did, for those of you that caught that video that we had up for, I don't know, about 24 hours, then you guys saw the video and you saw what kind of a message it had. Unfortunately, my family, who knew I was going to do a video about it, just was not expecting it to have all of the montage at the beginning and the end.
It wasn't that they didn't expect us to do a good job on the video. Obviously, we've been doing this a long time, and especially documentary films style is my passion. But they weren't ready for the impact it was going to have on them when they saw it in that format. And so in response to that, and the emotions it brought forward, they requested last week that we take the video down for a little bit. And so if you did get to see the video, and thank you all for your uplifting comments.
Yeah, we got a lot of comments on both Facebook, on the video, and actually even just through text messages and stuff like that. So we all, from the bottom of our hearts, from our family, from everybody involved, we want to thank you guys for all of the well wishes, the prayers,
and the anger that you showed towards the ADA that we were talking about in the video.
Yeah.
You shared our opinions of that. Thank you for that support.
Yeah.
Sometimes in these situations, you're not sure if you're being just overly critical because you're in an emotional situation. But after hearing from so many of you, after you watched the video about your opinions about what happened, we realized that.
Yeah.
So right now the video is private. It will go back up eventually. So if you haven't seen it, and it looked like most of our subscribers had, but if you haven't seen it, make sure and subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you'll know when we upload it again and you can watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the big update. We have been absent on YouTube for about a month due to what happened with our family and all the things leading up to last week's video. But on top of that emotional roller coaster, we posted our house for sale on a Thursday night. It went live officially on a Thursday night about 3 weeks ago. By Saturday, we had multiple offers over asking, and we officially said yes to one of those offers. So our house was for sale and sold in 3 days. Not what we expected. Obviously, it's good.
Yeah.
But it was way faster than we thought it was going to happen. So we are currently in escrow. Actually, escrow is due to end in about a week. So we are currently in escrow on our house, and that's huge news. And there's been some hiccups. If you guys have never sold a house before, I'd never sold a house before, and especially during this COVID time, it's a little bit weird.
Yeah.
They don't do open houses. They do scheduled showings. And they're only allowed to be in the house like 15 minutes. They have to wear booties, they have to wear masks, gloves, and all this kind of thing. But it's just weird because we haven't had anybody in our house the whole time since COVID, like the lockdown began months and months ago. And so every time the people would leave, Ryan would come in. Ryan's our son. Ryan would come in the house first because I'm high risk. So he would come in the house first with Jonathan. They would wipe down every single doorknob, light switch.
Basically anything that was a high touch surface that we thought they would have touched, that Lynn could touch, you know, we made sure we wiped it down. Now I understand, you know, some of you guys are gonna go, oh my gosh, they're those people. No, we're not really those people. We understand the science behind it, but you know what? I'm at the point where she is definitely high risk. If there's a chance that I could prevent her from getting sick, I'm gonna do it. Even though, you know, chances are she's probably not going to get sick.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Knocking on my chair, which is wood.
Yeah, and if she did get sick, she would probably be okay. She'd definitely have a hard time, but I don't want to take the chance.
But here's the thing: it's not just that; it's just these are people you don't know from.
Exactly.
These are people you don't know from anyone. I mean, they're random people coming into your house, touching whatever. It just felt weird to know that strangers were in our house,
especially
when we weren't here.
Especially after not having anyone, including family, in our house for a while.
It was just a little bit bizarre. And then, like, after one of the Pete families was here, we went in the house and I went into the bathroom, and one of them had used our bathroom, like peed in our toilet and didn't flush it. And then obviously didn't wash their hands afterwards because there was no sign of anyone washing their hands.
Gross.
That's disgusting. I'm sorry, but that's gross. So that, creeped me out. So
maybe that should be the title of this video. Someone peed in our bathroom.
Right? Like, oh, so gross. And then
actually, I don't mind someone using our bathroom, but flush and wash your hands. Come on.
Right? Like, God, that was just weird. And then, so that was weird for me.
Yeah.
And when we said yes to one of the offers, we thought the lady was really nice, and turns out not so nice.
And I'm not sure if it's her or her agent or what it is, but there's
some shady stuff. Let's just put it this way, because who knows if they're going to see this. There feels like there's some shady stuff going on.
I don't know. So, my dad's been in real estate for a really long time. He doesn't do it anymore, but I called him and I said, hey, and I gave him some examples, some stuff, and he says, he goes, it's not uncommon, he goes, but it's definitely, he goes, you're definitely hitting one of those either agents or clients that is along the little bit more difficult side, and that's why we don't know if it's the agent or the client.
But evidence
suggests that
they are a duo.
They might be one and the same.
They may be a couple.
Yeah, we don't know for sure.
So
we're not going to make any claims like that or anything, but
evidence. Let's just put it this way: evidence has indicated that they are a couple.
Yeah.
So he is. Basically, it's kind of like he's having his cake and he's eating it too. He's helping her buy this house. He's getting the commission. But by proxy, she's kind of getting the commission too.
No, I don't know. It might be a romantic situation, or it could be a familial situation. I don't know what it is.
Stop trying to back that all.
But I'm just saying, there's some weird connection there.
There's evidence to the contrary.
Yeah.
So that's a little shady. And then there were nothing big came back on the
house inspection.
The house inspection, which we didn't expect anything because we redid this house, so we were hoping we did it right. So nothing big came back on the home inspection, which is exactly what we figured. The only thing that did come back on the termite report was the pergola on our patio has termite damage, which we've known forever. But any of you that live in a common, like a townhouse situation, if you have termites on the outside and you want a tent, you have to get everyone connected to your house. So in our situation, that would be 5 houses to agree to tent the whole thing, and that was just never going to happen. Yeah. And you can't tell. Now this year, for the first time, you kind of been able to tell that there's a little bit of termite damage. I think it's because there was more rains. The only thing that showed up was the termite thing, which we knew, and she didn't seem to be bothered by that, which was shocking. I was surprised because she was bothered by smaller things.
Yeah.
The whole thing's just been a little bit weird ever since we accepted the offer. And then there's been, even after she overbid to have us accept her offer, now we're back down to our original price because of a bunch of drama. So it's just weird. And so any of you who have sold a house, you know what we mean. It's just shenanigans, and I don't like shenanigans. And it's just drama, unnecessary drama. And then there was a day where they wanted, to backpedal. First, we have to let all these people in our house that we don't know. So then we accept the offer.
Yep.
Great, the house is sold. Then all of a sudden, it moved so quick. 2 days later, there's a termite guy coming over. I'm asleep. Jonathan comes home from work to let the termite guy in, and I'm asleep in bed. He wakes me up. Oh, by the way, the termite guys come in today. Oh, great. I'm in bed. Luckily, they didn't have to come in my room. Then the home inspector came, and we had to leave for that. So we had to take our 3 dogs. It's summer, so it's hot outside. Most of the parks around here are closed. Jonathan came home from work. We took all 3 dogs. We had to be gone for 2 hours, is what they said. So we're literally walking in circles with the dogs outside, sitting in the shade in our HOA, like in our common areas, just waiting for 2 hours. That was annoying. Then after the home inspection, some of the things that came up was like you had to have CO2.
Carbon monoxide sensors in a house where
we have no gas.
We have no gas. It's all electric.
So that so Jonathan had to go buy 2 of those, not cheap. He had to put in
smoke detectors.
More smoke detectors.
Yeah.
We have about a 1,600 square foot townhouse, just under 1,600 square foot, and apparently we had a smoke detector downstairs and one upstairs, which was required by our HOA and by the state of California a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Apparently they've updated it and said you have to have one in every bedroom. So we had to buy 3 more smoke detectors that are all, by the way, now we have 4 smoke detectors upstairs that are all within 3 feet of each other. That was more money.
Little 1,600 square foot house condo. We have 5 smoke detectors and 2 carbon monoxide detectors with no gas, all electric, everywhere. There's no gas anywhere in this community. Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, it was just weird.
But we had to have that before they would do the appraisal.
Yeah, so that was, $100 and something at Home Depot to buy those things. So it was just one thing after another.
Yeah.
It was like every other time we turned around, somebody else wanted to come into the house or somebody else needed to come into the house. It was just really intrusive. So for any of you that have sold a house before, did you feel like it was intrusive? I just really felt intruded upon.
Yeah.
And especially because we do have the dogs. And so anytime they wanted to come in and we had to leave, we have to take the dogs, which is fine, and except that everything's closed around here in California because,
COVID. And
California, not COVID, because California.
Yeah.
So there's nowhere to take the dogs. It's just crazy. So Jonathan was taking coming home from work, going back to work, coming home for a thing for the real estate guy, going back to work. It's just crazy and intrusive, and it was horrible. It's better now because
we're almost there.
But wow, have any of you ever comment down below if you've sold your house before and it felt intrusive, because to me it just felt intrusive. Then the other thing is the paperwork. Every other day there's more paperwork to sign, which, okay, whatever, everything's easier now because you can e-sign things. So that's not been a big problem. One time I did have to go to FedEx and drop off a packet, a paperwork for
basically all the escrow paperwork.
Escrow.
Yeah.
No big deal. That's not bad. And then we're doing a rent back. So we're gonna stay in the house for probably an extra 2 weeks after escrow closes to get the RV, which we'll talk about in another video. So yes, we've decided on an RV. Yes, all those questions, and we will do that in next week's video.
Yeah.
But to get the RV and move into the RV and then get rid of the furniture that we're not keeping and all that, we're gonna be renting back for 2 weeks. And so that's been a little bit weird. I don't know, the whole process has just been kind of annoying. And it seems shady now, and there's shenanigans, and I'm over it.
I'm glad we're not going to be doing this home buying process thing again for a little while.
Well, the home buying was easier than this.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, so yeah, that's just been crazy. But yes, the house has sold.
Yeah, and if you guys look behind us again,
the garage is pretty empty compared to what it was. We've started getting rid of furniture. We started getting rid of the pieces. You know how there are pieces of furniture in your house you don't use? You use your bed every day, and you use, you're in our living room, we use the couch and the chair. But we got rid of a couple of credenzas. We emptied out my daughter's room of all the furniture, that kind of stuff. So we're getting rid of furniture that you don't use on a regular basis.
Yep.
We're going through. I've already gone through all the cabinets in the house. So anything in a cabinet in the house is going into the RV. So in the bathroom and the kitchen. It's just been a process. Every day we do a little bit. It's really hard for me because I don't know if you guys follow the weather, but in California we've been having a heat wave for about the last 10 days. The humidity's insane.
Yeah,
yesterday the humidity was 72%, and for California that's insane.
I honestly feel like I'm back in Florida when I grew up in Florida.
Yeah.
This is ugh.
I actually have this Arctic towel that I carry around all the time because I am super heat sensitive for
many reasons.
Yeah, well, just health reasons. I have a real problem with heat sensitivity, and it's killing me. So I can only I can't work outside. I'm outside right now doing this video, and I literally ran out here as soon as he set it up, and as soon as it's done, I'm going back inside. I'm sitting here dying right now. If you did notice at the beginning of the video, I mentioned we did our garage sale. We will get into that in another video, but it was very successful, much more successful than we thought it would be, because you just never know with a garage sale. And I felt like all day we were just doing like saying, oh, $1, $2, $4, and we actually made a lot more than we thought we would on the garage sale. So that was interesting. I think people just wanted to get out. I think people just wanted to, you know, get out and get stuff. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
We continue to sell and give things away. So it's probably about 50-50. I would say it's about probably 50-50 ratio. 50% of the things that we're coming across in the house, we're giving away to people. And 50% we're selling. And some things we try to sell first, and if they don't sell, then we give them away. We've donated many truckloads worth of items. Jonathan's been to the dump 3 times.
Yep, about 3 times.
So,
I've been to Salvation Army.
But the dump specifically, every time you go, it's $20 to dump at the dump. That's how it works here. So he has to make sure that the truck is full so that he can get $20 worth. Like, you don't take one thing. So we even asked our neighbors when we've seen them out, hey, do you have anything you want to throw in the back of the truck? Because we're going to the dump. We might as well help other people out. So it's been kind of funny in that respect.
The reason I know about the dump is one of our neighbors that lives down the road, Jim, works actually for that landfill. And he told me, make sure I take it down there because that's only $20. If you go to any of the other like recycling centers or the other like trash collection centers, they could charge you, it's an average of like $80 per truckload.
And then in our HOA or our city, our trash company used to do bulk pickups, and you could do 1 a month, and they don't do that anymore. So we used to be able to put things out and they would come do a bulk pickup, and they stopped doing that. So now our only option really is, I mean, we could illegally find a dumpster somewhere, but we're not going to do that. So our option is the dump.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, $20 truckload. And then if we can, like we said, we've asked our neighbors, hey, do you have anything you want to throw in the back of the truck? And they seem to have appreciated that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the update. So the house is sold. We had our garage sale. We're getting rid of things. We've picked our RV. Now we just wait. We're in a waiting game for the escrow to close. It was supposed to close this week. Escrow was supposed to close this week. It's not going to close this week. It'll probably close the following week, just because there's one piece of paper missing on our end, which has nothing to do with us. It has to do with our mortgage company. A whole nother drama story. But anyways, there's one piece of paper missing that is not within our control. So we're waiting for that, for the payoff. And that's it. That's our update. House is sold. I have cried many a night in bed, realizing that we are leaving this house. I walk around the house and I'm just incredibly sad about leaving the house that we basically built together, you know, because we remodeled the entire house together and we thought this was our forever home, and turned out it wasn't. And so there have been a lot of tears. I'm sure I will shed a lot more tears. Brian has been really upset about it too, off and on, but we're getting there, and that's the update. Thanks for sticking in there with us, and we hope you've enjoyed this journey. And if you started this journey with us a year ago on our 1 year to full-time RV life journey, this is week 52.
Yeah.
So this would have been week 52. So we aren't really far off what we planned on the 1 year to RV life. So that's pretty cool. Thank you. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for following along with us. Thank you for sticking it out while we were absent for a few weeks. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Make sure and hit that notification bell like we said, so that when we re-upload that other video, you can watch that. Thank you for all your kind comments and concerns. We'd love to hear your comments about selling your own house, or if you're thinking of selling your house, any of those things, because it was way different than we thought it would be, and we'd love to hear what you have to say. So I guess that's it. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Wash your hands and don't touch your face like I've been doing this whole video.
And me too, because I'm sweating. And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.